They handcuffed her until an admiral ordered, "Release her. That tattoo's not for pretenders." They didn't hesitate. Steel cuffs snapped shut around her wrists, cold and tight, echoing through the naval base corridor. Conversations stopped. Boots froze mid-step. Every eye turned toward the woman standing calmly between two armed MPs. She didn't resist. She didn't speak. She didn't even look afraid, because fear was something she had buried a long time ago. Welcome back to United War, where untold moments of military history come to light. It was supposed to be a routine security sweep. High-clearance facility, strict rules, no exceptions. When the scanners flagged her identity, alarms didn't scream, but procedures did. The order was simple: detain first, ask later. To the officers watching, she didn't look special. Standard fatigues, no visible rank, hair tied back, face unreadable. Just another woman who had wandered where she didn't belong. That's what they thought. As they escorted her toward holding, whispers followed. Who is she? Civvy? No insignia. Maybe intel? Why is she so calm? One of the guards noticed it then, just beneath the sleeve, partially hidden by the cuff. A tattoo. Faded, precise, old-school naval ink. He frowned, but said nothing. Minutes later, the atmosphere changed. An unexpected arrival shut the hallway down. Officers snapped to attention as an admiral stepped in, stars on his collar, authority in every step. He scanned the scene once, then his eyes locked onto her, and then they dropped. Not to the cuffs, not to her face, to the tattoo. The admiral moved closer, ignoring protocol, ignoring rank. His voice came low, sharp with recognition. "Where did you get that?" he asked. She finally looked up and answered with just 2 words. A moment of silence followed. Then the admiral straightened, turned to the guards, and gave an order that stunned everyone within earshot. "Release her. That tattoo's not for pretenders." And just like that, everything they thought they knew was wrong. This was only the beginning. The cuffs came off slowly. Metal hit the floor, and with it, every assumption the guards had made about her. No one spoke. No one moved. The admiral didn't rush her. He simply stepped back and gave her space, the kind of respect that couldn't be faked. Most people didn't understand what they had just witnessed, but the admiral did. That tattoo wasn't decoration. It wasn't rebellion. It wasn't bravado. Naval tradition ran deep, and certain markings were earned only in places that never appeared on maps, during missions that officially never happened. He'd seen that ink once before, years ago, on men who never came home. The hallway felt smaller now. He ordered the MPs to clear the area. No reports, no recordings. What happened here would never reach a logbook. As they walked, he spoke quietly, careful with every word. "They told me you were gone," he said. She answered without emotion. "They tell people lots of things." Her voice carried no bitterness, only fact. Inside the command office, she stood at ease, not because she was ordered to, but because it was instinct. Every movement precise, every pause measured. The admiral studied her face, not older, not weaker, just hardened. "You disappeared after Black Current," he said. That name hit like a shockwave, a classified operation buried so deep that even mentioning it felt dangerous, a mission where an entire unit was wiped from records, not killed, not captured, erased. Everyone believed there were no survivors. Everyone was wrong. She finally pulled back her sleeve, fully exposing the tattoo. Symbols layered over symbols, coordinates etched so faintly they looked like scars, a unit mark known only to those who survived selection, and even fewer who survived deployment. She was ordered to vanish, she said. So I did. The Admiral exhaled slowly. Why come back now? Before she could answer, alarms echoed faintly in the distance. Not base alarms, something else. A different frequency, a priority channel. She turned her head instantly. Those aren't drills, she said. And in that moment, the Admiral didn't see a detainee. He saw a weapon that had never been decommissioned. Whatever was about to happen, the base wasn't ready for it.
The alarms grew louder. Red lights washed over the command center as officers rushed past the glass walls, shouting into headsets. Screens flickered to life with satellite feeds, threat markers blinking in hostile red. The Admiral didn't ask her to stay back. He couldn't. She was already moving. Her posture shifted. Not dramatic, not rushed, just efficient. The calm of someone whose body remembered chaos better than peace. They breached the outer perimeter, an officer reported. Unknown unit, no flags, no signatures. She stopped cold. No, she said quietly. They have signatures. You're just not looking in the right place. She stepped toward the main display and pointed, not at the attackers, but at the spaces between them. Movement patterns, timing gaps, the kind of things only someone who had hunted professionals would notice. They're not here to attack the base, she continued. They're here to extract something. The room fell silent. What? The Admiral asked. She met his eyes. Someone. The Admiral understood immediately. A ghost operation didn't come looking for buildings, it came looking for ghosts. Security teams mobilized, but she shook her head. Too loud, too slow. She reached for a terminal. No one stopped her. No one could. Her fingers moved with muscle memory older than most of the officers in the room. Access denied. She didn't flinch. She typed one final command. Access granted. Several officers exchanged looks. That clearance level hadn't been used in years. Some believed it didn't exist anymore. The Admiral straightened. Who gave you that authority? Someone demanded. She didn't turn. The same people who ordered me erased, she said, and the same ones who trained what's coming through that gate. The screens shifted. Thermal feeds revealed 6 figures moving in perfect synchronization. No wasted motion, no panic. These weren't mercenaries. These were operators, and they were good. Too good. The Admiral made a decision that would never appear in official records. He removed his cap. I'm reinstating you, he said, effective immediately. Only then did she turn. I was never discharged. The first explosion rocked the outer wall. Concrete shook, alarms screamed, and as armed teams rushed toward the breach, she headed the other direction, toward the dark service corridors no one else remembered existed, because she knew exactly who was coming, and more importantly, she knew how to stop them.
The service corridor was silent. No alarms, no lights, only the distant echo of boots and the steady rhythm of her breathing. She moved through the darkness like memory itself, not searching, not hesitating, because she had walked these paths before they were sealed, renamed, and forgotten. Behind her, the base fought noise with noise. Ahead of her, professionals worked in silence. She stopped at a junction just as a shadow detached from the wall. A rifle came up. Another followed. 6 operators emerged, weapons trained, movements precise, the kind of discipline that came from the same brutal schools that had trained her. For a moment, no one fired. They recognized her stance. Then one of them saw it, the tattoo, now fully visible beneath torn fabric. His breath caught, his weapon lowered an inch. That mark,
he whispered. She spoke calmly, evenly. You were taught to earn it, she said, not steal it. They knew then. This wasn't a target. This was an original. The firefight was fast, surgical, controlled. No wasted shots, no shouting. When it ended, the corridor was still again. 5 operators lay restrained. 1 remained standing, shaken, young, breathing hard. You should have stayed buried, he said. She stepped closer. I did, she replied. You're the ones who dug me up. Back in the command center, the Admiral watched the feeds in silence as she emerged alone. No backup, no injuries, mission complete. Later, as the base returned to order, the Admiral met her outside the secured wing. The morning sun caught the ink on her arm, no longer hidden. They'll ask for your name, your rank, your record. She shook her head. They won't find one. He nodded slowly. Then what do we call you? She looked toward the horizon. Nothing, she said. That's the point. As she walked away, the Admiral turned to his staff. Some people wear tattoos to remember who they were, he said quietly. She wears hers so the world remembers who not to challenge. And somewhere in the shadows of classified files and sealed orders, her story remained, unspoken, uncredited, but never forgotten.